What's up, summer babes? So today I'm about to get ready to do some boneless individual braids. As you can see, I already washed my hair, conditioned it, moisturized, whatever, blow dried. So this is what it's looking like. So I'm about to pre-part it and pre-braid it so I can just flow through it, you know. I can just flow and get it over with because I know this is about to take a long time. So it's a lot of hair. I'm looking this way. I don't mean to. I'm used to looking this way, but my phone is on a charger, so it's positioned another way. So yeah, it's gonna take so much time all day. Let me stop. Y'all, my face is breaking out so bad. Looks disgusting. So I've been putting some how do you pronounce it? Niacinamide serum on there, and then I go in with my Ambi and some pimple patches because I go to the gym, so I don't want to look like this at the gym, so I cover it up. But it's taking a long time for it to go away. I even tried to go fishing to 10, but nothing. It looks disgusting. Ew. Anywho, let's tan this hair because I'm tired of looking like this. So this is where I take over and do a voiceover. So today I have a question that's been on my mind, and I'm genuinely curious to hear what y'all think. Do people even believe in real relationships anymore? And I'm not just talking about dating, I mean friendships too. It feels like genuine connections are becoming harder and harder to find. Sometimes it feels like people only want to be around someone because they're popular, have money, can help them, or have something they want. Even relationships that start with good intentions can become one-sided, where one is constantly pouring into the connection while the other is only there to receive. That makes me wonder, like, where did the genuine connection went? I've noticed that some people stay in relationships because they benefit from them, even if they're unhealthy. Others call you a friend but secretly compare themselves to you or envy your life, your gifts, your opportunities, or the way people respond to you. Meanwhile, you're just trying to give them the grace because you know what it's like to struggle. You tell yourself maybe they're hurting or maybe they've been through a lot. And while empathy is important, it shouldn't come at a cost of ignoring unhealthy behavior. For me, this is where I went wrong. I stayed around people who seemed connected to me because of what I can do for them or because they wanted the life they thought I had. Looking back, I realized that hidden motives played a role in why many of my friendships and relationships didn't last. Sometimes I could see in the beginning, but eventually the truth will reveal itself at the end. That experience taught me the value of discernment. Not everyone who enters your life is there for a genuine reason, and sometimes you don't recognize that until much later. We all experience pain, but we don't all respond to it the same way. Some people use hardship as motivation to become better, kinder, and more self-aware. Others allow resentment, jealousy, or selfishness to shape their actions. Our circumstances may influence us, but our choices still matters. People often say opposites attract, and sometimes it feels true. Your patience may attract someone who lacks patience. Your loyalty may attract someone who doesn't know how to be loyal. Your generosity may attract someone who only knows how to take. Maybe your presence highlights areas where they need to grow. But if you don't recognize your own worth, you can stay in situations far longer than you should, hoping people will become who you believe they could be instead of accepting who they are right now. I realize that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people are blessings, some are temporary assignments, and some simply teach you discernment. They show you what healthy relationships look like or what they don't. Real relationships reveal themselves over time through consistency, honesty, accountability, mutual respect, and showing up when it matters. I also believe there are genuine good people searching for meaningful connections while repeatedly encountering people with hidden agendas. At the same time, there are people who pursue relationships for attention, convenience, status, validation, or personal gain. It can feel discouraging when those with sincere intentions keep getting hurt. But maybe every interaction teaches us something. Sometimes the lesson is learning to set boundaries. Sometimes it's realizing that love without respect isn't healthy. Sometimes it's understanding that loyalty should go both ways. Sometimes it's accepting that you can care about someone and still choose distance. And sometimes it's finally recognizing your own value and refusing to settle for relationships that constantly drain you. I think a lot of people are simply simply looking for someone they can trust, laugh with, cry with, and be themselves around without feeling like they have to earn love or prove their worth. They want friendships without competition and relationships without manipulation. They want honesty instead of games and commitment instead of convenience. I still believe those kinds of connections exist. They might not be easy to find, but they are real. The people who truly belong in your life won't only show up when you're successful or useful. They'll appreciate your character, celebrate your growth, tell you the truth when you need to hear it, and stand beside you through both victories and hardships. So maybe the goal isn't to chase every connection. Maybe the goal is to become the kind of person who recognizes what's genuine and has the courage to walk away from what isn't. Because at the end of the day, knowing your worth changes everything. It helps you stop confusing attention with love, familiarity with loyalty, and convenience with commitment. And once you know your worth, you start begging for a seat at a table where you were never truly welcome and start making room for the people who see your value without needing an explanation. But I don't know, summer babes. That's just my perspective. What do y'all think? Do you believe genuine relationships and friendships still exist? Or do you think they become harder to find in today's world? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. So let's talk about it in the comments.
Looks like we're making up for lost time. Need you to spell it out for me. Bossing over on all night. It's like a type of alchemy. Introduce me to your best friend. I can come and slide right in. A satellite ain't even that far. I kinda wonder where you are. Already know I can leave it alone. Oh my mind. Already gave you the time and the place. Don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give.
So it's the next day. I really didn't get that much done last night. It was late last night when I started. So this is all that I got done last night. And let's finish. Let's get started. And this is what I'm using. My go-tos. I put this on a base because it molds my hair and it makes it stay a little longer, like looking new. And I put this on the rest of the hair, like the bottom pieces of my hair. Well, you know, this part. And put this right here. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to put rubber bands on them to separate the hairs instead of braiding it. Well, my mom did. So, yeah. My mom helped me part the parts. It was just taking too long with me doing it. My arms got tired. Yeah. Last one in the back, y'all. I was so ready to be in the front and even more ready to be done, to be real. This is take too long. This technique of holding the braid in my mouth allows me to braid even faster, and it also helps prevent tangles while I'm braiding. As you can see though, I didn't braid far enough down at first to do that comfortably, so I had to continue braiding a little farther before it will work properly. But overall, this method definitely speeds things up. The only downside is that by the time I'm finished braiding my hair, my lips are sore from holding the braid for so darn long. So I created an illusion pattern in my hair where some of the sections underneath are smaller than the ones on top. Originally, I wanted all my squares to be bigger since these are supposed to be boneless braids. But my mom ended up doing a few smaller sections at the bottom. But it actually worked out in my favor. So the smaller section underneath helped make my braids look fuller and gave them more volume without making the parting look crowded. I like the results so much that I decided to use the same method in the front as well. Sometimes the little mistakes turn out better than the original plan. Not gonna lie, y'all, this hairstyle took me 2 full days. I think it took so long because I made them super long. But then again, it might have just been me because I get distracted so easily. I definitely disappeared for a few hours and took a break, so that probably didn't help either. Right along with trying to find a movie. You know how it go. Tired, and I think I'm just gonna stop right here and then finish tomorrow. But this is what it's looking like so far. My back is killing me. This piece right here is considered my edges. I'm just gonna curl that right along with my sideburn, so don't mind that. This is what the back is looking like. I might redo some of these, I don't know. At this point, underneath is smaller and then on top is kind of bigger. That's what I wanted at first, but how my mom parted it, I had to go small first. So yeah, but I like it so far. I like the different sizes. For real, makes it look fuller underneath and what I wanted on top. So basically what you're seeing is the big squares on top, just the size that I actually wanted. You really can't really tell, and probably won't when I get done. My voice, my throat is scratchy or something. I think it's hurting. But yeah, so far. Good night. What's up, you guys? I am back and I'm about to get started. I did try to curl these parts to see what it was giving, basically. And I'm gonna have to put some edge control or something on it just to really see how it's gonna turn out. Or curl it another way. I had it flipped that way, but it just failed. So I'm gonna have to recurl it in my sideburns. But yeah, let's get started. And no, I haven't taken a shower yet. Mind your business. I will as soon as I get done with my hair. I'm still fresh. I'm still clean. So yes, these looking good for real. I like these. They looking good. Even though they're all different sizes, I really like them. I think this is the longest I've done, maybe. But yeah. All right, let's get started. I have to report this. go to bed so early. So early. It ain't nothing but 4:55, going on 5. Too early to be in bed. Well, let's get started. I need a movie to watch. So I'm gonna see how long is it gonna take me to do this side in the middle. It's just like one row in the middle. So yeah. Like I said, it is now it's 4:58, going towards 5. And yeah, we're just gonna say it's 5, so we'll see how long it's gonna take me. I'm done with the first row. I'm not so juicy. Yes, I'm done with the first. Second row. Move this down a little. There's a night that I find you. Oh, praise God. Let me stop. It's hot in here. It's always hot when I come in here. To do my hair. Let's get into this reset. Let's get into this reset. much. I'm doing this. And I'm done. I just gotta play around these pieces. Oh yeah, I gotta wet these. I'm gonna wet these tomorrow. It's so long.
The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my dog, I printed her out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't the text, I printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my mouth, it's just a video. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't a green screen, I literally printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't a video, I just printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is I'm trapped in this phone. Get me out of the phone, help me, can you guys hear me, help me. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't the background, I literally printed it out. I think the craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my shirt, I literally printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my ear, I printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my phone, I printed it out. The craziest thing about being creative is this isn't my dog, I printed her out. The craziest thing.
Put so much age control right there. I'm not gonna put on edge control on it until tomorrow. Just gonna tie it down. Oh, I don't know how to do this side. Okay, there it goes. I need to recurl that over. Moving on, this right here. I'm gonna do it a little better tomorrow. This is throwing me off. have to do it tomorrow. Well, that's it. I'm about to take a shower and get ready for bed. Thank you for watching. Bye.